Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm super excited to try and recreate 3 different makeup looks from Taylor Swift's new Midnight album. If you guys don't already know, I love Taylor Swift. I don't think I ever remember a time growing up where I was not obsessed with Taylor Swift. Even to this day, I love her music. She's amazing. And obviously she's recently put out a new album called Midnights. The ones I'm going off is, I don't know if it's like the actual looks for those songs. One of them, some green sparkly eyeshadow with some eyeliner, and also kind of the same except with like a dark blue color, like the color of the actual album cover. And then there is this one. I don't know if you can see it very properly in here, but I'll try and put a photo up anyway, of a bright red lip with some gems on there, big thick eyeliner. That one I'm nervous for. Quickly before we start, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so down below. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so I think the first look I'm going to try and recreate is the album cover one. So with the kind of the light blue night looking colors, maybe a little bit of purple and some light blue sparkle. So I think I'll try and attempt that first. I'm going to use a few different eyeshadow palettes to recreate I'm going to use a few different eyeshadow palettes to recreate these looks. But to start with, I'm going to be using the Nikkie Tutorials and Beauty Bay palette. And just starting off with the colour Plot Twist. I think I'm just going to pop that all over my eyelids. So I'm just going with my finger just to get the colour to pop out a little bit more. And just to start off, I don't think you really need to be too precise with it. So next I'm going to use my Beauty Bay Bright Matte palette. Next, I'm going to use my Beauty Bay Bright Matte palette. I'm going to go in with a few different shades. I think I'm going to mix between. So from this palette, I'm just going to add a little bit of the shade Paradise. I'm just going to focus this more from the middle of the eyelid and focus it towards the outer. So next I'm going to go in with a shade from the Doja Cat Mega Palette eyeshadow palette. I don't know if I've used this on camera before, but I have had it for a while. I was planning to do a whole video based on just these Doja Cat palettes, but that just never happened. But I think the name of this shade is actually quite fitting. I'm going to be going in with this shade here called Nightshade. And that colour I'm really going to focus mainly on the outer corner and kind of just building a little bit of shading. Also because I feel like it's very bright blue at the moment and not very midnighty. Starting to look good, I think. I don't really know. I never really use blue eyeshadow at all, so I don't think it's gonna look too special, but I'm trying. I just saw in this palette, I feel like it'd be absolutely rude to not use this shade. It's a darker purple in the shade Jasmine. I think I'll just put a little bit of that on because there's not really any purple and I think I'll be getting a bit too off track if I'm going to put too much of this purple on. Then I'm going to take my Beauty Bay and Jade... I'm going to take my Beauty Bay and Jade eyeshadow palette. And from this, I'm going to use this shade that's called Crystal Clear. I think this is the shade that is the closest I have to match the album cover sparkles. So for this, I'm just going to use my finger and just... if I like it. It is a bit brighter than what I was hoping for. But that's alright. I'll roll with it. Okay, so I'm just going to blend that out a little bit because I think I'm wanting to add a bit more of a lighter shade over the top because it's a bit too much of like a bright blue compared to what I was picturing. So I think I might go back with this palette and just go in a bit of with the shade Confetti. So I'm wanting just to brighten it up a little bit. Yeah, I think this is better. This is good. Because it's kind of mixing with the blue I've already got down there. Yeah, boy. I'm going to add some eyeliner on because she does have eyeliner in this look as well. For that, I'm just using, I don't think I've used it before, the Pony Pegasus liquid liner. One done, and that looks absolutely terrible. I don't think she has too much mascara on because it doesn't look like she has false lashes on. So this is the final makeup look for just the Midnight album makeup. I don't think it was too close to how it was, and I really need to practice my eyeliner because it is a lot harder than it seems. Now to move on to the second Taylor Swift Midnight's album makeup look. Okay, so the second makeup look I'm going to attempt to recreate today is this green one. So to start off this makeup look, I'm going to be using my Bright Matte Beauty Bay palette again and going in with the shade Slice of Lime. And that shade I'm just going to pop all over my lid. I'm just going to darken up a bit more with the shade Granny Smith. I find that it's easier to start off with like a lighter, brighter colour and then building it up darker if you find that it's not quite the right shade that you're after. Next, I'm going to use the Jade and Beauty Bay palette. I'm going to go in with the shade Jaded. Okay, so that shade from that palette is too dark and not as sparkly as what I am wanting. So instead I'm going to go in with that shade Confetti that I went in with the previous look, because I think it is a bit more chunkier and hopefully the green will still come through underneath. So I'm just going to blend those outer edges. I don't know if you can see as well in camera as you can in real life, but I think that sparkle looks quite pretty. It isn't looking exactly how I was envisioning, but I'm here and I'm trying. And I'm just going to go in with an eyeliner again, but this time I'm going to try and make it a lot thinner to the last one I just did, because that other one was too thick. This time I'm using a L'Oreal Perfect Slim by Superliner eyeliner, because I wasn't a huge fan of that Pony Pegasus one. Those are just two completely different shapes. Like this is gone all curly and that one just looks flat. I need a lot more practice with this. And that look as well also looks like she's just wearing some mascara. It doesn't look like she's gone in with any false lashes. In this look as well, it doesn't really look like she has too much lipstick on. I might put on like maybe a little bit of like a light pink gloss. So for the lip gloss, I'm just going to use the Morphe 2 lip gloss in the shade Can't Wait. So this is my second finished recreation of the Midnight album's makeup look. I'll give you a little bit of a close up. So this is the eyes and the gloss. I think the gloss goes really well, so I am happy with that. It's not, like I said, it's not exactly how I pictured it to turn out, but I tried. It's the effort and the thought that counts. Okay, so that was makeup look number 2. I think so far, out of this one and the previous one, I think I do prefer the look of this one more. I don't know, I just didn't know if the blue was matched me very well. And now finally onto the one I've been most nervous for. Onto the final makeup look. Okay, so this makeup look, this final one, is the one I know is going to look absolutely terrible. It's probably going to look like a child has done an art piece on my face at kindergarten. But I've never played around with makeup gems or anything like that before, so I don't even know if this is going to work, but I'm going to give it a shot. But I just found they look extremely cheap. They looked, I swear to you, they looked better in the advertisement when I was buying these online. But I did pick up these. I know, they look terrible. I don't know if these are just stick-on, but it just comes on this like plastic sheet. But I do as well, if need be, I do have some eyelash glue if I need to stick those on. But I'll just give a quick recap of what I will try and recreate. Better picture of the one I'm going to try and recreate now. I do not know how well this is going to turn out, and I'm extremely nervous to do it because I know obviously the gems in here are a lot thinner and obviously better quality in different colours, so we'll see how it goes. So it looks like it does have some dark blue, light blue, and I'm guessing it's gold, but the closest I have to gold is the yellow ones. So maybe I'll use a mixture of those two. Let's give it a crack. Even though it does look like she doesn't really have anything on, I am just going to use my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. Just put on some of the white chocolate shade, kind of just as a base. Beautiful. So I'm just trying to think of how to start this, because she does have what looks like a pretty thick bit of eyeliner on. So I'm trying to think if I should do that first. I might just further go in first with the shade Salted Caramel from the Chocolate Bar palette, only because I'm not sure how well this is going to turn out. So maybe if I can kind of disguise it with a little bit of extra colour, it's not going to look as bad. Is that a bad thing to think. Already thinking that this is just going to look absolutely terrible. Because as soon as I saw these makeup looks come out on Spotify with the songs, I straight away wanted to try and recreate them, but I knew I didn't have any of the gems. So I knew that was going to be a bit of a task anyway. I think I'm going to use a little bit of like a light blue sparkle just to go in my inner corner and also on the top bit of my lids, I think. To do that, I'm going to use the Doja Cat eyeshadow palette and just use some of the shade Empower. It's also gone very dark outside. If the lighting has just gone weird, I apologise. I think I will do the eyeliner first because I am worried that if I go in the eyeliner afterwards, it might bump into the gems and knock them off. I think if I try and do that first and then concentrate on the gems and then finish with the bold red lip. So it looks like it's quite thick on the actual lid itself and then goes out quite long and thin to like about here. I think that's the, oh god, I think that's a basic outline I'm gonna use. Oh my gosh, regrets already, honestly. I feel like it looks so much better on her. Or maybe I did it too thick. Because when I look down in the mirror, it doesn't look that bad. Then as soon as I look up, looks like I have been punched in the face. I feel like that this just is not looking good, but I'm trying to go off that. And why does it just look so bad on me? While that dries before I put in the gems, it does look like she has a little bit of like a darker ashy brown underneath her eyes. So I'm just gonna go in with the shade Triple Fudge from that Chocolate Bar palette. Okay, I think I might test these gems by using ones that I know I'm not going to use. Does this just stick? No. So I think I'll have to use the eyeshadow, the eyelash glue, sorry. Try and stick them on. So this might take me longer than I thought it would. This is gonna be really hard actually. I think I've got it too far up on there. I think I need to move that down. I really don't know how this is gonna go. I feel like this is just gonna look so silly and it's gonna take me way too much time to do. Alrighty, that's the second one on. I'll see you in 2 hours when this is done. I also don't think if I tried to do this on both eyes, I would have actually had enough stickers anyway. So it's just a sign that I'm not meant to do both eyes. Alrighty, well that took me longer than I thought. A lot of fiddling around. It doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. I'll show you what I was left with. I definitely wouldn't have had enough of those colours to do the second eye, which I'm secretly glad about. But I do think for this one, I am going to pop on a lash. So I'm going to be using the Eyelure London Lash Illusion number 305. Only because it's the most glamorous one, you could say. So I'm just popping on a little bit of mascara first. And I'll pop on a little bit of lash glue. While that's drying, let me know if you guys are currently listening to the Midnight's album, and if you are, which is your favourite song? I don't even know if I personally could say I've got a favourite song. I've probably got a top 3. So I think I like Bejeweled, 100% love that one. Karma, Maroon, oh my gosh, there's just so many. I don't even know if I could do a top 3, because the more I'm listening to them all, the more I'm actually starting to love them all. I'm still not a huge fan of Labyrinth. Not saying it's not an excellent song, it's just not too much of a song that I would usually go for. I don't think I'm going to pop the second one on, only because I'm really only focusing on that one eye anyway. Whilst that dries, I am going to put on a little bit of mascara on my bottom lashes. I realised I was only going to be doing one. I wouldn't have even bothered doing the eyeliner on that side, to be honest. Now, the final thing is to put on a dark red lip. For the lips, I am going to use a lip liner, which I pretty much never do. And I haven't used it before, so I don't actually know if it's any good, but I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution lip liner pencil. Okay, now that looks absolutely crazy. I'm going to be going in with, it's a NARS liquid lipstick, Velvet Lip Glide in the shade Lee Palace. So it's kind of like a darker red. I don't think it's too bright. That's what it looks like. So I think it should be a good match. It's like a perfect match. And the lipstick is on. That's just for a quick comparison. She looks extremely tanned and I look so pale in this. I might quickly pop on a little bit of bronzer. Give myself a little bit more colour, I think. This is my finished look for the Bejeweled makeup. Honestly, I mean, look, it's obviously not the best quality and it definitely doesn't look as good as hers. But I've given it a good hot crack. And it took me longer than I care to admit to even do this. Okay, so that was it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for finishing this makeup look looking extremely crazy and uneven, but I really did enjoy recreating those 3 Taylor Swift Midnight Album makeup looks. Let me know down below which one was your favorite and if you are going to recreate any of the looks. And if you do post on Instagram or anything, please tag me so I can see them. And also let me know if you're aware of any places you can get some better quality face gems like these. Wasn't the worst outcome, but definitely wasn't the best. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe down below. It really does mean a lot to me watching this channel grow and making our own little community here. Also, let me know if you'd like to see me recreate any other celebrity makeup looks, whether it's to do with album covers that they've got with their makeup or any of their famous looks that you'd like me to recreate. Any ideas that you have for those kind of videos, let me know down below because I'd love to hear what you guys would like to see from me. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you all stay safe and well, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!